Hey guys, what is going on? Casual Spanking over here, and today we will be covering the F88 for the FSK/HJK in the Pointman class. Now, when I get killed by people using the Pointman class, this is by far the weapon I get killed by the most. Close behind that is the LaRue OBR in 5.56 and then the AK-103. However, I can never tell, well, I hardly ever get killed by the AK-5, which is kind of weird because I really like the weapon, but I guess not a lot of people feel the same way about it as I do. Now, when I get killed by the F88, I can never really tell, how they have it customized or which nations they're using. But the one for the FSK/HJK is definitely one of my favorite setups as you unlock it. My favorite is the one for the SAS-R, but this comes in as a close second, followed by the SAS, of course. And when you look at the weapon right here, you look at the stats, effective range is pretty solid, magazine size is decent. I'm not sure if this one carried the 30 round or the 42 round mags. It depends. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but we'll take a look at that. Agility is pretty beast if you guys take a look at it up there. Again, the weapon is a bullpup design. If you guys have played Battlefield 3 or even Call of Duty, all of the AUG style weapons are basically an F88 if you don't think about it that way. Now, there are different variations, of course, that have been customized or built for different purposes, but that is essentially what this weapon is, the Steyr AUG. Now, you guys can see the magnification is pretty high, and that is because with this weapon, and I do believe this might be the only weapon in the Pointman class that can't equip a sight that is not magnified. So if you guys take a look over here in the optics, we do have the low power sights, aim point comp M4 plus 3x magnifier. So right there you've got the 3x magnification added to the weapon. Now what I wish you could do is say, for example, how you can toggle sometimes between like ACOGs and RMRs mounted on the ACOGs. I wish you could toggle the 3x magnifier on and off from the weapon so that you could have the selection whether you want to be zoomed in all the way or whether you're going to be able to fight those close range battles effectively without having to worry about looking at your crosshairs or your dot kind of jump up too much or jump around the screen too often, which is in effect caused by the added magnification at close range. So in the low power sights as well, you can also unlock the Trigicon TA31CH, the aim point micro T1 plus 3x magnifier. So as you guys can see between the aim point comp M4 and the micro T1, they look like they have a very similar base, but this one, as you guys can see, the aim point comp M4 seems to kind of extend past the frame of the weapon, while the aimpoint micro T1 kind of just follows the support frame all the way and kind of fits in in a very compact manner. So I'm not sure what the difference might be, when looking through the sights. I can't imagine it being a very significant difference, as you still have the 3x magnifier on there. Maybe the reticle has changed up a little bit, maybe not. I wouldn't know. I haven't unlocked it just yet. But if you guys have used it, please let me know what it's like, so I don't feel so confused as to why they would put two such similar optics on for a weapon. And then you can also unlock the AUG 4x scope. Now, what I hear this is like is, if you guys have used the is it the SB8 or SN8? The SN8 scopes for the sniper class. That's kind of what people have described this sight to be. So I can't see it being very fun to use, especially since I don't like those those types of sights where basically everything is kind of darkened except for the little circle at the very center. But if that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. You can also unlock the Spectre DR for the low power dual sights, which will give you a slight boost in magnification while chopping your agility down, but minimally, so not a very significant change. Again, my favorite sight for the F88 is the Spectre DR, just because I do feel that it is that much more accurate both at close and long ranges. Personal preference, of course, kicking in here, but that's just me. I do like the fact that you can zoom in a little bit more while still kind of retaining that low, now I wouldn't say low power zoom, but relatively low power zoom, and it gives you the option whether you want to engage targets at range or moderately close to medium ranges. This weapon is amazingly effective with burst fire even at distance. If you load in the hard hitters and kind of switch it to semi-auto as well, you can take out targets at extremely long range. Barrel assembly. Close quarters barrel assembly. You do start off with the lightweight barrel, but you can also unlock the lightweight barrel plus the PQ-15. Now, why you'd want that added bit of lump at the front that doesn't affect your weapon, I don't know. I personally like my weapons to be streamlined, so I would leave it like this. But you can also unlock the standard barrel and the standard barrel assembly, which gives you a nice little boosting effective range, while having the same but inverse effect on the agility. So for the boost you get an effective range, you get the same amount taken away from your agility. It's a trade-off I'm willing to make because this weapon is not exactly optimized for close range combat, so it's up to you guys how you want to go with it. I'd rather the standard barrel than the lightweight barrel, but even more than that, I'd rather the heavy barrel than the lightweight barrel, because the heavy barrel does boost the effective range, which I feel this weapon is extremely well optimized for, while cutting down your agility by, I'd say, almost half. If you look at it up there, it's pretty crazy the amount that kind of gets taken off, but if you look at the effective range for the weapon, that's also pretty darn nice. So again, personal opinion kind of kicking in here, I would rather go for the effective range than the agility. Now for the muzzle style, you do have two options, the muzzle brake and the muzzle brake. Now how that works out, I wouldn't be asking me that question because I have absolutely no idea, but I guess it's all aesthetic as well on here. I do like this muzzle brake somewhat more than the one that comes with the weapon, but it doesn't make a difference, and I'm not exactly staring at my muzzle brake while I'm playing saying, oh wow, that is a really neat muzzle brake. But you know, if you want to change it, then at least it gives you that option if you're kind of, you know, that obsessive about it. But that leads us to the receiver group style, since the muzzle brake was kind of depressing. You do have the standard receiver group plus the FSK and H/HJK stock. As you guys can see, this doesn't carry over the camo that you have applied on the weapon, which is also kind of weird because as you guys can see, the camo carries over onto the magazine, which is also glitching into my arm. And from this image, I can tell it's a 30 round mag, not a 42. And you know, I'm saying that now, might be wrong, but it looks like a 30 round. You can also unlock the SAS-R stock, which is a kind of olive, military olive green. It still doesn't carry over the camo, but I feel it looks very nice. I do like the FSK and HJK stock, the kind of mud brown color on it. I find it very appealing, but this is kind of this generic AUG kind of style paint job on the weapon. And you can also unlock the SAS stock, which carries over the camo for the weapon. So as you guys can see, you got the green spots camo over here from the forest category. I think it looks pretty neat on certain weapons. This might be one of them. I'm starting to like it. But again, it doesn't make a difference what receiver group you have on here. It's not going to affect your range. It's not going to affect anything. It basically is just changing the visuals of the receiver group. So throw on whatever the hell you feel looks better. Now, magazine style, I was correct. You do have the 30 round 5.56mm mags, but you can also unlock the 42 round 5.56mm mags extended magazines. Now, it does cut down your agility, as you guys can see up there. Not a lot of people notice this. A lot of people kind of just see the 42 rounds and we're like, holy crap, more ammo, let's do it. And you know what? I'm one of those people. But if you're really paranoid about sacrificing agility for your weapons, you might want to reconsider. I mean, it won't be very often that you'll be shooting all 30 rounds and having to reload. A lot of people might fire 10 rounds and reload and keep doing it even if they do have 42 rounds. Not a lot of people will take the full advantage of having 12 extra rounds to fire, to put down range, and because they just reload so often. Now, I've kind of been training myself to not reload so often because you do have a fire team buddy where you can just replenish ammo. So I do feel that the 42 rounds does provide you with an advantage, especially if you're running into multiple targets and you're not one of those people that reloads every 2 seconds, because it doesn't take the time to reload the weapon, so you can keep engaging targets more frequently and you can just engage more targets all at once. However, you gotta be very careful that you're near your fire team buddy, because when you do run out of ammo, you will need more ammo. Again, pay attention to the agility sacrifice, but look at that nice little boost in magazine size. Doesn't really make sense how it kind of doubles it if you're not really having 60 rounds up in there, but then again, the stat system is kind of weird. So yeah, entirely up to you guys how you guys want to go about it. If you reload frequently, I just stick to the 30 rounds. But if you're like me and you want to spend the time trying to work your way around the weapon and you want to engage multiple targets all at once, go for the 42 rounds. Definitely worth it. Again, for the paint job, final bit of the weapon customization, you have the green spots for the forest category. Now, I do like the weapon a great deal with no camo, as you guys will see here in just a second, once I find it. Oh, here we go. No camo just looks very rough. It looks very beat up, very, military, in the sense that it's been through, some use, it's been abused in the field, and it looks like it's got a history behind it. Whereas with the camos, a lot of the camos do look worn, but there's just something about having the raw look to a weapon that I find extremely appealing. I also like how the mags look. I don't know, it might just be me. But that is it for the customization of this weapon, guys. I hope you guys found this useful. Again, I'm going to go ahead and leave you to the gameplay. I say again a lot. I'm going to have to work on that. I've been noticing that while I was talking throughout this video. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to the gameplay. If you guys have any, shall we say, favorite setup for the weapon, let me know and I'll go ahead and try it out, let you know what I think about it. But that is it, fellas. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll try to put another one out tomorrow. Reason I'm being kind of hesitant saying that is because I am in the middle of finals right now, so my time is very limited. But I will do my best, and more limited than when I'm normally at school anyways, which is limited enough as it is. But with that being said, guys, I wish you luck on your exams if you're going through the same bit as I am right now. And summer's coming up, so that's something to look forward to. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out, fellas.
Rock and roll. Ready. Мне нужен санитар! Спасибо. Look out! I'm hit! I need assistance! Спасибо.
Radar jammer operational.
Enemy down. Fucking shot! Nice. Hey! I need medical attention!
It's not it!
I need medical! Спасибо. I'm hit! I need
Enemy UAV
assistance!
is active.
Nice. Resupply. This is Atlas. Requesting enemy fire. Incoming!
packing. Victory's ours. Good work.